Hello and welcome to the channel, or welcome to this match play game between the Deathwatch and the Genestealer cult. Today we are doing supply drop with smoke and mirrors and this new Yankee deployment called Tipping Point? Tipping Point, wasn't that a TV programme? Yeah. Anyway, the deployment looks like that. So essentially it's up to 20 inches for half your deployment zone and then 12 for the rest of it or something like that. So it's a bit Yankee, but in the middle we're very close to each other, and one of us has got very fast moving units, so it could be a problem. And then we've got one objective in the middle, and the other four sort of scattered around the centre. Smoke and mirrors means after we've deployed, each of us can pick a unit and put it in reserves if we want to, as long as it's only up to 500 points. So you can't put like a 600 point in reserves if you've got like a big knight or something. So that's interesting. And then supply drop is at the start of the battle, which we've looked at and we've figured out it's after the roll off and after scout moves. Then you pick randomly the alpha and omega objectives. One of them will go away at the end of the third battle round, start of the fourth battle round, that sort of time, and then the other one will survive or stay there for the end of the game. So the no man's land objectives will start disappearing as the game goes on, but they'll be worth more points as they start disappearing. And you only score primary points for ones in no man's land. So it's going to be fighting over no man's land and then sort of jumping onto the right objectives as the game goes on, I guess. The home objective isn't worth as much, but it's useful for secondaries and things like defend stronghold, catch enemy outpost, things like that. So that's the mission and things. For terrain, there's lots of terrain today because it's a city, because Genestealer cults, right? They live in cities and pop up out of the shadows and things. It's almost like fighting smoke and mirrors. So there's lots of ruins everywhere, which will of course be obscuring. This one here and that one there are complete ruins, and all the other ones are just by their actual footprint. So you can't shoot through them, but you can shoot in, or if you're wholly within, you can shoot out. And then there's crates and smaller little walls and things dotted about as well, which will give you benefit of cover if you're in them and things. So lots of terrain, so one of us doesn't get completely shot off the board very quickly because one of us has got a lot more guns. But yeah, it's going to be quite a tactical game, I think, sort of hiding and things. So that's terrain, that's the mission. Before we see the guests for today and the armies, smash the like button if you like it. If you don't, hit the dislike button. I don't mind. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. There'll be a battle report or something every week. And if you want to support the channel further, you can become a YouTube channel member. There's also lots of links below for ways you can support the channel on Instagram or buying miniatures and paints and things from Element Games. So if you're interested, check that out. Without further ado, it's Gavin, you're back.
Right, yeah.
And you've got a new codex.
Yeah, new Genestealer cult codex.
Yeah.
Given that a run out today.
Yeah.
Used it a couple of times, so yeah, it's interesting. A few changes. It's mainly the same. They've just tweaked a few bits and bobs. Just trying to work out whether it's for the better or not. Trying to work my way through the different detachments. So we're going to try I've already forgotten what it's called now. The detachment, which is
good for Genestealers and Aberrants.
Yeah.
It's the speedy one.
Bio something. I'll have to look up in a second.
Yes. So you've got a new codex. Your rules have mutated somewhat.
Yeah.
With the Genestealer cults. Yeah, you're going for the one that gives you +1 to charge and +1
attack.
+1 attack on the charge.
And that's for pure strain Genestealers, Aberrants, and Biophagus units.
Right, so all the speedy, punchy things get quicker and punchier.
So it's Biosantic Brood Surge is the detachment name.
That one, that's a mouthful. Okay. Yeah. And for those who are interested, you are on Instagram as Imperiax, although you said you haven't been posting something there for a while, but when you do painting, you put them up there occasionally and things. So I'll put a link below for Imperiax as well, if anyone's interested. Tell us about Genestealer cults in your army today.
Right, so Genestealer cults, their army rule is Cult Ambush. So when a unit is destroyed with the Cult Ambush keywords on a 5+, they can basically come back at the end of the opponent's next movement phase. Now it's a 5+ unless you're in battle round 1 and 2, where you get +1 to the roll. So battle round 1 and 2, they can come back on a 4-up, and then from battle round 3 onwards, it's a 5-up.
Yeah, so that's a lot worse than it was at the start of the edition.
Yeah.
But it's still quite good if you've got big expensive units that die and then can come back again. It can be a nuisance.
Yeah, I mean, I've just recently had a game with Josh, and pretty much all my units rolled to come back, so it was just like a never-ending swarm. But yeah, if you don't roll for them to come back, it can be over very quickly.
Yeah.
So that's the army rule.
And essentially, when you successfully do that roll, you get like a blip or something, and you put it somewhere on the board, and then that's where they come in, essentially.
That's right, yeah.
But there is a way that your enemy can deal with that. Is if I go towards the blip, it gets disrupted and goes away, and you can't come back there.
If you finish any move within 9, the blip disappears. But I have got a few options of saving the blip.
Yeah, or moving it and things. Yeah.
So that the Google Nexus, as we know and love,
yeah,
he gets to move 1 blip every command phase up to 6 inches. So if I'm worried about it potentially getting disrupted, I can move up to 6.
Yeah, try and keep them safe.
There is a stratagem in the detachment which lets me, if a blip gets disrupted, if I've got a unit of Genestealers in reserve, as long as I can deploy them outside of engagement, I can put them down. I don't know the exact rules on that, but that's an option.
But you've got ways of them getting disrupted. You've got ways of getting around that to some extent. Cool. Okay.
So if you want to run through my army.
Yeah.
So Patriarch's the Warlord. He has to be the Warlord.
Of course he is. He's the Patriarch.
So he's going to be attached to a unit of Genestealers.
The blue ones, because he's blue.
Yeah. So there are 3 units of 10 Genestealers today in the unit. So they're swift and deadly. They can advance and charge. So they're pretty quick.
And the infiltrate as well, don't they?
And they've all got infiltrate keyword, which is really good.
So you're going to be up in my face very early on if you want to. Yeah. Nice. I'm going to enjoy that.
And then in front of those guys, we've got 2 units of 10 Aberrants. So the Aberrants are still pretty tough. Toughness 6, 3 wounds. Fairly punchy. Their feel no pains drop down to a 5-up from the 4-up from before. But yeah, they're still pretty resilient. Yeah,
and you were saying they're -1 to wound if they're hit by something that's got more strength than their toughness.
Yeah, as long as there's a character leading the unit.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, we have an Abominant leading this unit.
Okay.
He used to give them sustained hits, but he now gives them like a fight on death. So if they get killed by a melee weapon and they haven't fought yet, on a 4-up, they get to fight before you remove them.
Yeah. So that's
which is quite nice.
Yeah.
He's still got his the first time he's killed on a 2-up, he can get back up with full wounds, which is pretty nice. And I've also given him the enhancement where every command phase I can heal 1 model in the unit 1 wound, which is quite nice.
So that helps them survive a little bit longer, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leading the other unit of 10 is the Biophagus. He gives the unit lethals. And his enhancement, I've given him the second enhancement in the army today. I've forgotten what it's called, but him and the unit gain the infiltrate keyword, and they can do the heroic intervention for 0 CP. Right. So they've got infiltrate now. So we've now got 4
scary combat units
with infiltrate, which is pretty nice.
Okay. Right.
And then onto the smaller, chuffier units, we've got 4 units of acolytes. Now they've got separate data sheets, or whatever they're called.
Yeah, data
sheets. So we've got acolytes with hand flamers. These are the guys that can take the demo charges. So we've got 2 units of 10. They're both equipped exactly the same. So we've got 4 demo charges. We've got hand flamers. They've both got cult icons in them. So in my command phase, you can roll to respawn models.
Okay.
And the leader's got hand flamer and leader's weapons, which is not called leader's weapons, but they're slightly different.
a half decent sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll call it.
So there's 2 units of 10 of those. They let me reroll wounds of 1, and if the enemy's on an objective, I can get to reroll all wounds.
Yeah, which is handy with flamers because you don't roll a hit. So
No.
that's good. Okay.
And then the other version of the acolytes are the ones with the auto pistols. Now these are the guys that can take the heavy rock saws or the heavy mining tools. They give me in my command phase, for any units that are on an objective that I control on a 4+, I get a CP.
So CP farms, and they've got guns as well.
They've got auto
or
pistols.
saws.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So there's a small unit of 5 of them, and then there's another unit of 5 with flamers with 2 demo charges at the back.
Okay.
They've all got characters attached to them. So at the back here, we've got the old Google Nexus. He's not called that, but we've called him that, haven't we?
Yeah. It's easier to say than his actual name, which is I don't even know what his actual name
He's
is.
just a Nexus.
Oh, well, yeah.
So we've made it more difficult.
Yeah.
So he's the guy that lets me move blips around every command phase.
Okay.
And I can do a free stratagem on that unit, which isn't that relative in today. But I've got him there for blip saving.
Would it now be a free stratagem or just a stratagem for 1 CP less? Because they changed some of those,
changed
didn't
it,
they? Yeah. Okay, but that's useful, I guess.
Yeah,
okay.
He's mainly there for moving blips.
Yeah, sitting at the back, moving blips around.
And then we've got a Primus in this one. He gives the unit reroll hit rolls, which is pretty tasty.
Optimus.
Yeah.
We roll hit rolls.
Yeah.
But they've got flamers.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got demo charges.
They've got demo charges as well.
Okay, so that'll be useful for those.
And he also lets me redeploy up to 3 units once we're fully deployed, including putting them in reserves, even going over your reserve limit.
Yeah, so that combined with smoke and mirrors means you can essentially do that with 4 units now.
Yeah.
So you can have lots of redeploying, lots of infiltrating. Brilliant.
Lots of sneaky shenanigans.
It's going to be like fighting shadows today.
Yeah. And then the other characters in the army, we've got Clamorous. He has got a 12-inch deep strike deny bubble. And
just himself or the unit?
Of him. It's of him.
Okay.
So it's not the unit, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I've got to be careful where I position him when I set him up.
Yeah.
And he also makes enemy units with an 18 to battle shock at some point, I think in the command phase.
Okay.
So I'll look at that.
All right.
And then we've got an Icon Ward. He gives the whole unit 5 but feel no pain. And he also gives me a saver blip once per battle. So if you disrupt a blip, I can pick it up, and as long as I can put it down within 12 inches of him, then I can save a blip as well.
Yeah, so you've got blimp saving there, you've got blimp moving there,
Yeah.
redeploying all over the place, infiltrating everywhere.
Yeah.
This sounds like fun.
Hopefully lots of respawning.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, for you.
So very yeah. So we've got very little gun. We've got a few hand flamers, a few demo charges which are like a 6-inch range.
Yeah.
It's pretty much pure melee.
Yeah. Getting the enemy's face and ripping to shreds sort of thing.
Basically, yeah.
But it's alright, there's loads of terrain today, so you'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Deathwatch. So we're Space Marines. So we really dislike Xenos, but Deathwatch side really, really dislike Xenos. They're the Xenos hunters.
And you've got lots and lots of guns.
Yes, because Deathwatch. But anyway, so I've got Open Moment, which is the army rule, so I can pick a unit each command phase and reroll all hits against that unit with my entire army into my next command phase. That's the army rule thing. I'm running the Deathwatch Kill Team Tactic Detachment, which means in my command phase, there are 3 things I can pick, and each of them can be picked once per battle. One is lethal hits, the other one's sustained hits, and one's precision hits on critical hits. So basically I'm looking for 6s. And that applies to the entire army until my next command phase, basically. And there's a stratagem where I can give that to a unit, or give one of those to a unit as well, which is useful. So that's Deathwatch. Today I have a captain in Terminator armor leading a unit of Deathwatch Terminators. He allows them to reroll charges and do a stratagem for 1 CP less, because that thing's changed now. But most importantly, he has my enhancement, which is the Tome of Ectoclades. So once per battle, when I pick an open moment target, I can pick a second target and reroll all hits and wounds against both. It's pretty brutal, it's pretty expensive, but I love it. So that's what he's got. And then in the unit Terminators, I've got 3 Cyclones because I can, and 2 guys with shields just because having Terminators with 4 wounds is hilarious. So that's them. Either side of them, I've got Phobos dudes. I've got a unit of Infiltrators, which have the 12-inch denied deep strike bubble thing, which is like what he's got, but it applies to all of them. And then a Librarian's joining them to give them essentially lone operative and stealth. So you can't shoot them unless you get within 12. Can't deep strike within 12. They should be pretty safe sitting on the home objective at the back, in theory. The Phobos guys on that side are Incursors. So they get a scout move, which is useful. But the best thing is, when they hit something with their guns, the rest of my army gets +1 hit against that target. So they're like spotters, a bit like Markalites, that sort of thing. That's what they do. And they've even got a little mine, which is a bit like your demo charges, I guess. But essentially, I think it's at the start of the fight phase. If you're near them, I can just use it and it does some mortal wounds. Nice. Basically, you step on the mine, it blows up. So that's them. I've got a lieutenant with combi weapon as well, who's a lone operative. So he's going to be running around doing things, hopefully. And at the start of the game, so this is, I guess, around the same time as we're figuring out the Alpha and Omega objectives. Mm-hmm. I can pick an objective in No Man's Land and say my entire army rerolls wound rolls of 1 against units within range of that objective. Oh, so naturally, I'm going to pick the one that lasts the entire game.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm not going to pick the one that disappears at the start of turn 4. So that's what he does. He's quite good. I've got 2 units of Deathwatch veterans in a Rhino. They're kitted out with all sorts of things: swords, boards, heavy weapons, Xenos phase blades. You name it, they've got it. And against Genestealer cults, they'll reroll all hits. Against things that are Imperium or Chaos, they just reroll hits of 1. But because you're Xenos, they'll reroll all the hits. So that's lovely. And having lots of big guns in a Rhino with firing deck is useful. So there we go. Got some Assault Intercessors with jump backs, jumping around doing things. They do mortal wounds on the charge, but to be honest, do I really want to charge that? Probably not. But they'll be jumping around, hopefully doing something useful. I've got a lieutenant leading 10 Hellblasters, which will be going in a Land Raider. So they can jump out there and murder stuff. The lieutenant gives them lethal hits and fallback shoot and charge. Very useful when you've got guns. A Land Raider it's a Land Raider. It's got an assault ramp. And all the guns. Multi-melter, hunter killer, las cannons, all the guns. I've got a unit of Eradicators with melter rifles. Their job is normally to come on somewhere and kill a vehicle or a monster, because they get rerolls to hit, wound and damage against vehicles and monsters, but you haven't got any. So I guess I'll just be shooting acolytes with melter rifles today. Bit overkill, but I'll do it. Yeah. I've got a ballistus with the las cannons and the missiles. He can reroll hit rolls as long as his target is not below half strength. Right. So he sort of gets his own sort of mini oath of moment, which is quite useful. Cool. I've got lots of rerolls in this army. It's how Deathwatch works. And then I've got Redemptor with the plasma and the Gatling gun and things, because, well, he's a Dark Angel and he likes some plasma. And he's got -1 damage, which is very useful. So that's my list. It's built around shooting things off the board, but there is a lot of terrain today and you've got lots of things that can be sneaky, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah. Very tactical, I think, but we'll see how that goes. But yes, we need to roll to decide who's going to deploy. Do all the deploying and shenanigans, and then after we know who's going first, we're going to sort out the supply drop and things. And before that, but after deployment, we need to figure out the redeploy things. There's lots of things we need to do before we come back and do things. Anyway, so we'll roll for deployment after you, sir. It's a 1. That's not a 1. Okay, well, I'll defend and I'll be over here, so I'll get a better camera angle. Genestealer cult are going to be over there, here, there, and everywhere. We'll do the deployment and then we'll come back for the other roll-off and all the shenanigans. Okay, we're back after deployment and after your redeployments and after the Smoke and Mirrors redeployment things. So lots of shenanigans and thinking during deployment.
Like an hour later.
Yes, well, almost an hour, but it took a while. Mostly because you're very fast and had lots of infiltrate. I had to think about not getting turn 1 charged, basically, by a million Genestealers. So I decided to put some Eradicators here to sacrifice them for the greater good. Although I'm not Tau, because they've got melters, you've got no vehicles. I don't care if you charge and kill them, but they're stopping you from getting through to what's here, basically. So Eradicators there. Behind them I've got a Rhino with all the veterans. I've got my infiltrators spread out back here, ready to move forwards a bit and then screen out a massive area with their denied deep strike bubble thing. Ballista's at the back because he's got guns. Incursors in front of the Terminators. They can obviously scout move in the Incursors. And then on this flank I've got a Dreadnought, Land Raider and Jumpy Dudes. I did have my Lieutenant with Combi Weapon here, who I deployed first. He was like here somewhere to essentially stop you from infiltrating on this side of the board.
Mm-hmm.
But I was always going to redeploy him because obviously he just dies. So he's been chucked into reserves with Smoke and Mirrors, which has enabled you to redeploy and put something over here.
Yeah.
But fine, because they were initially in the middle here.
Yeah.
And then this unit of Geniuses was in the road there, but they've decided to hide behind a wall instead. So I think they're the only redeploys and things we did.
Yes, I only had the 2.
Yeah. And then Hellblaster's obviously in the Land Raider. And then you've got a unit of dudes in reserves.
Yeah, just,
with the saws or rock grinders or whatever they're called. And then do you want to go through what else you've deployed here, there and everywhere?
We had some infiltrating Genestealers there. Obviously you screened me out a little bit by going first.
Yeah.
But they're sort of behind the ruin.
Yeah.
So they're there. So the aberrants that are here were over here, but during the redeploy, after you moved, I popped them there.
Yeah.
So
they could potentially charge some Jumpy Dudes or a Dreadnought, I guess. But
they're going to get lethal hits from the Biofega, so I thought against the vehicles they'd probably be best.
Yeah, makes sense.
I've got the unit of 10 Acolytes here with the Clamorous with the 12-inch Deep Strike denied, so that should be this area here all screened out for Deep Strike.
Yeah, okay.
I've got a 5-man unit here with the Google Nexus, so that's all nicely screened out.
Yeah, he's found a crate hiding place.
Yes, yeah. I've got another 10 Acolytes here with the Primus. They're just sort of chilling back here for a minute.
Okay. I guess they can run onto that objective later on or something.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got another unit of 10 Aberrants here hiding behind these ruins. The Patriarch and the Genestealers, which were right up infiltrating there. I've decided just to pull them back in case they don't get first turn, otherwise they're going to get lit up.
Yes, by Eradicators. The perfect weapon for dealing with Genestealers.
Yeah.
Not.
So they're falling back.
But yeah. And then you've got another unit.
You've got lots of other guns that can hit.
Well, yeah.
And then I've got the other infiltrate Genestealers, which I've done behind the ruin rather than in it, just for a bit of extra security.
Yeah. And they're very quick. They can advance from charge. They can murder some Eradicators if they want to. And I'm quite happy for them to, because then they'll be right in front of all my guns.
Yeah.
So whatever charges the Eradicators, I'm more than happy for you to do that.
I'm happy to sacrifice some Genestealers because I can roll off. There's chances they come back.
Yeah, not only that, you'll have 20 more, so it's fine.
Yeah, and with the roll off, you're better off to lose your units in the first 2 turns.
Because it's 50-50.
You've got a better chance of them coming back.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, actually. Trade early, because they might come back.
Yeah. Whereas
I suppose if you play cautiously with Genestealer cults...
Yeah, by the time you get to the later end of the game, it's too late.
Yeah, okay, fair point, interesting. Alright, it's just time for the roll-off now then, and then we do scout moves. I don't think you've got any, but I've got one. And then we need to determine the objectives.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much to do before we actually get started with this one. Right, anyway, after you, let's see who's going to go first.
Oh.
Did you roll a 1 for the other roll as well?
Oh.
It's more than a 1. Okay, so I'll be going first.
Okay.
I'll do my scout move, and then we'll randomly determine the Alpha and Omega objective. And then I'll do my command move phase, and then we'll be back. Right, we've determined all the objectives and things. I'm doing all that stuff. Essentially, the Alpha or Omega, whichever one it is, this is the one that goes at the start of the 4th battle round, the one in the middle. This one will go at the start of the 5th battle round, because that one's the one that stays there all game long. So we've done that. And then got CPs, drew some cards. Colour the Horde and secure No Man's Land. So 1 or 2 objectives in No Man's Land. Okay, fine. Colour the Horde essentially means a unit that's got at least 20 models or at least 25 wounds. And there are 3 options, basically. Aberrants, Genestealers with Patriarch. So naturally, I'm going for them.
Yeah.
And then my O for the moment target. So try and kill them. And at the same time, by killing them, will get me that objective in No Man's Land. And my Eradicators got a 6-inch advance from round to that objective there in No Man's Land. They needed a 5, got a 6. Fantastic. I did keep my CP, just in case if I needed to reroll that. Didn't use any of my kill team tactics or anything else in the command phase. I've just moved things. So the Rhino's moved forwards after doing a nice little pivot, because that's a thing now. So he's driven down the road. He can just about see the back of the Aberrants down that street there. The Incurs have moved forward slightly further, but not too far, because I'm aware of Genestealers. Terminators move forwards. The Infiltrators have spread out and moved on to that objective as well. Bliss just shuffled. He's got nothing to shoot at. The jumpy dudes float there, because engagement range is within an inch horizontally or 5 vertically, so they can just go there and throw their chainswords at you from above, basically. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Hellblasters all got out of the Land Raider, advanced and ran under there, so they can all shoot out through the windows at the Aberrants right in front of them. Because the plan is murder them.
Yeah.
So let's see how that goes. And then the Redemptor and the Land Raider moved up as well, because they can also see the Aberrants. Need to kill them. They're scary. Let's deal with them. Yes, you've got Genestealers here, but I've got... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go. So that's it for movement and things. I guess I'm going to start the shooting phase with the Incursors, which are going to shoot your Aberrants, because then everything else will get +1 hit against them, because that's lovely. Okay. So let's do that. Okay, CP being spent on the Aberrants. What was it called?
Biohorror Revelation.
Right, what that essentially means is any of my units that shoot them, that are within 9 inches of them,
you
need to take a leadership test at -1. If I fail, I'm -1 a hit.
Yeah.
So the Incursors are just about within 9, so let's do their leadership test at -1. 9 becomes 8, they're still fine, they passed, so they're not going to be -1 a hit.
Yeah.
But it's for every unit that shoots them within 9. Okay,
Yeah.
so I might fail one of them.
I'm just trying to... Survivability.
Keep them alive for as long as possible. So I've only got a few of the Incursors that can actually see them because of pillars and Land Raiders and things in the way. So he's going to hit on freeze, but I can reroll because of the Oath of Moment. So I've hit them many times, so they've been spotted basically. But your toughness higher than 4, so 5's to win. 2 normal saves on Aberrants.
2 5-ups. Make 1 fail, 1 damage.
1, it's just a bolter.
5 up, so I'll take a wound.
1's wounded, yay! Most importantly, they've been spotted. Okay, I'm going to shoot the Rhino at them now. You can just about see them. He's not within 9, so I don't need to worry about the leadership test thing. I've got 2 heavy bolters out of the firing deck, which would hit on 4s, but hitting on 3s now because of Incursors. And re-rolling, because of O for moment, and 6s will be sustained. So that's lovely. These are strength 5, your toughness is?
6.
So 5's to wound. So that is 3 AP 1. And 2 damage.
So it's 6s, and then they're 2 damage each, are they?
Yeah, so the first one, that kills that one.
Kills that guy.
And then you'd have 4 feel no pains on the next one, basically. So that's 1, and then 2 more. Okay, so I've killed him, and 1's on up wound.
Yep.
Right, and then I've got the Storm Bolter, which hits both the times. Lovely. And wounds both the times with a Storm Bolter. It's amazing.
Yeah.
No AP on that, though.
So 5 ups. Make 1 fail, 1.
1 damage.
5 up.
I've got to waste a hunter killer on a guy on 1 wing now. And it's missed. That's right, I got it for a moment. It's it. So it would wound you probably on 2s, but 3s.
3s, yeah.
That doesn't wound. Okay, fine. So I've killed 1. It's a good start.
It's a good start, boys. Come on.
Right, I think the Land Raider is probably going to be the next one to go because of angles and things. Actually, no. Terminators. I've got 1 Cyclone that can see you. Yeah, one of the Terminators can see you through windows and past tanks, so I'm going to shoot 2 crack missiles and 2 Storm Bolter shots. I'll start with the Storm Bolter shots first, because there's a guy on a wound. So hitting on 2s, because of Incursors, and then wounding on 5s. No. Fine. Crack missiles on 2s. And these would wound on 3s, but 4s. So because they're strength 9. So it's up wound at AP 2.
So straight through.
We would be getting cover from there, from that one. So you'd have a 6 up.
No.
If you don't make it, it's D6 damage. Can we pass 2 shrugs?
Yes.
Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, next one to shoot, Land Raider, but that's within 9, so it needs to take a leadership test. Which it fails, so he's going to be -1 to hit.
Yeah.
But because of the incurses, +1 hit, it's back to normal.
Yeah.
With the rerolls. It might make a slight difference. There's a guy on a wound, so I'll start with a Storm Bolter. It's in rapid fire range, so freeze, rerolling, and then 5s. So 3. No AP. And you're definitely getting cover from the Land Raider, so you can have 4 up saves.
That's it.
Oh, can you stop it now? Heavy Bolter. Freeze. Rerolling. And then 5s, but it is twin linked at least. No, so 2 at AP 1, but cover, so 5 ups. And then that one's 2 damage. Yeah, finally killing the one on the wound. Right, fantastic. Because I've got melters and las cannons and hunter killers and things. I don't want to waste them on a guy on 1 wound.
So just to recap, everyone, he's killed 2 aberrants.
So far, I've got these are my big guns though. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hunter killer, which would have got a 2 because 2s to 1s and then back to 2s basically. Although 1s isn't a thing, but it's hit. A little wound on a 3 because you -1 a wound. There we go. So you won't have a save, -3, but yeah, damage. 4 feel no pains for an aberrant.
He's got 1 wound, 2 wounds left. 1 wound left.
1 wound left.
Yeah.
Fails 2. Okay.
Right, first time.
Right. Okay.
I was going back to the 4 up feel no pains then, wasn't I?
Yeah. Las cannons. They miss because of your thing, but I've got it for a moment. So that made a slight help for you. This would wound on 2s, but 3s. That's annoying, that -1 a wound. Won't be a save again at AP 3. But D6 +1 damage for 3. So I've killed that one.
Yeah.
And then I have a multi-melter, which is in melter range, which is nice. So freeze. And then it would win on freeze, but 4s. Only the 1. You definitely won't get a save from a melter.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be 5 damage in melter range. Shot dice don't count. And that has put 1 down to a... Oh my god, this is annoying. Okay, moving on to the Redemptor then. He's going to shoot everything at you, but he needs to take a leadership test because he's definitely within 9. He's failed, he's -1 to hit. But luckily I've got incursors, so he's still hit on freeze. I'll start with the Storm Bolters because they're going on a wound. So freeze, re-rolling. See if I was hitting on 2s there. But 5s, and it's twin linked. No, fine. Rocket pod. No, a Gatling gun. Let's do the Gatling gun next. That makes more sense. Gatling gun going in on freeze, re-rolling for the oath of the moment. That's pretty good shooting. I'd like those 6s again. So it's strength 5 with toughness 6, right?
Yeah.
So 5s, but 6s go straight through. So that's them. So you got 1 5-up save, which you make,
yeah.
and then they're just 1 damage each, so just 2 feel no pains. So I've killed the guy on a wound and wounded another one.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, okay, so one's on 2 wounds. Perfect for a rocket pod, which will have 2 shots. Which will hit on freeze. I've got O for moment. And it would win on freeze, but 4s. No, fine. Supercharged macro and plasma, whatever it's called. D6 +1, but blast, so +2. 7 shots. Okay, this is good. Heating up. Freeze. Rerolling. God, if I had chose sustained hits this turn, that would have been lovely. Falls to in because you -1. So it didn't make a difference there. You're definitely not getting saves because it's -4. These are all 3 damage each.
Yikes.
So the first 3 on the wounded guy.
First 3.
He's still on a wound.
Still on a wound.
Can he take another 3? Now he's dead.
Yeah. So
and
he's
then
dead.
another 3. He's alive, and then another 3 on that one. No, he's dead. So that kills 2, basically.
Okay.
Right, this Feel No Pain is annoying. Hazardous. I fail. Brilliant. I'll spend my CP to reroll that, because I can. Ha! It helped. I don't want to hurt my Dreadnought, because you haven't really got much anti-tank, so I want you to do it. Right, definitely don't want to hurt my Dreadnought. So, Hellblasters now, they're all going to shoot over each other's shoulders and through the windows. They're definitely within 9, so they need to leadership test. So that goes down to a 7, so they've passed, so they're not going to be -1 to hit. Fantastic. So these are all going to hit on 2s. I'm definitely going to supercharge.
Yeah.
Because extra damage against Feel No Pains is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Alright, hitting on 2s because of incursors. 6s are lethal because of the Lieutenant. So I'm going to be really annoying, and I'm going to reroll everything that's not a 6. Because you're -1 wound, aren't you? So let's get as many lethals as possible. Because that's a thing.
Yeah, no, I'll probably do the same.
Has it helped?
Yeah,
A little bit. And then I've only missed once. Lovely. And then these would wound on 3s, but now 4s. So 3, 6, 7, 10, 13 go through, all at 2 damage. Okay. None of them are wounded, so you might as well do 4 Feel No Pains on the first guy.
Alright.
Who's still alive, on 2 wounds still. So
They've only got 3 wounds each.
yeah, so he's only lost 1.
Oh, yes.
So he's got 2 wounds left. So
Yeah.
1 more on him, 2 more Feel No Pains. Another 2 on him, he's still alive. Oh, he's finally dead. Right.
That's 1 dead.
4 Feel No Pains on another one. He's died straight away this time.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Right. Another 4 on another one. And that kills him.
Yeah.
So that's 3 gone.
3 good, yeah.
Another 4. Dead.
Yeah, that's 4 dead. And then we've just got the...
And then it's just the leader now. Okay,
Vegas.
well, he's got 6 that went through, so he needs to take 6 Feel No
He
Pains.
doesn't get any Feel No Pains.
Is it the unit as the Feel No Pain, or just the actual aberrants?
Just the aberrants.
Oh, so he's just dead
Yeah,
then,
he's
I
just
guess.
squish, squish.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, that's Cull the Horde, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, so they're all dead. I've killed some Xenos, I'm happy. Hazardous checks, though. They're all absolutely fine. Fantastic. And then you, on a 4-up, the unit comes back,
Yep.
but not with the character, right?
Not with the
Not with the character.
So that's unfortunate.
They can't come back.
No.
Okay, right. Fantastic. But now I've got nothing to charge, but I've still got the objective and I've culled the Horde. So, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So that's the end of my turn. I've achieved both my objectives for a grand total of 10 points.
Nice.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I'll take that, and then we'll be back to see how the Genestealer cult retaliate in their turn 1. Okay, Genestealer cult's turn 1. Your objectives are, well, you got Cull the Horde, but you're not able to do that, so you're able to get rid of it and get a new one. I think the most wounds I had in a unit was like 24, and it needs to be 25, so that's not happening. But you got Assassinate and Aerodenial, so kill a character, and then the Aerodenial essentially have to kill the Eradicators and then have something in the middle, so that's fine. You've had some issues with advancing not very far, but these guys advanced a bit to there, not quite on the objective, so the Genestealers of the Patriarch ran over onto the objective, and you CP'd their advance roll to hide them as best as you could.
Yeah.
These guys basically stumbled over their own claws, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're definitely in charge range of the Eradicators, and your Aberrants have gone in the middle as well. So you'll definitely get an Aerodenial, assuming you murder a bunch of Eradicators, which shouldn't be too much of a problem with Genestealers and Aberrants here.
Yeah.
So that's that. In the backfield, you sort of kept things where they were, kind of. But this unit of Genestealers over here did like the idea of advancing, and advanced 6. So they ran towards here. The idea is, I'm guessing, charge the Hellblasters, kill Hellblasters, because Plasma bad. So I decided to Overwatch, because Genestealers.
I knew this was going to happen, but I thought, sod it.
Yeah, I think, on average, I'd probably kill 4 Genestealers. And then, even then, you'd probably murder at least half the Hellblasters. So, I'm doing it before they inevitably die or almost die. And good thing about Hellblasters is, if they die, they can potentially shoot again. So, Yay. So let's shoot. So, Overwatch, these are going to hit on 6s, but they're lethal because of the lieutenant. So I've got 4. I said I'd get 3 or 4. There we go. So 4 invulnerable saves. Or death, because they're 2 damage, because I'm obviously supercharging.
5 ups.
So I've killed 3. There we go.
3,
So I've killed 3. But I've got hazardous checks now. And if they die, some of them might shoot again. 2 of them have died.
Ooh.
Okay. So I'll naturally take the 2 that are closest to you.
Yep.
Then on 3 ups, they'll shoot on death. So one of them will shoot on death. So here we go again. And he doesn't hit you. Okay. So I've killed a few geniuses, killed a couple of hellblasters.
Yeah,
There we go. Right, and so that ends the movement phase and also the shooting phase, because your guns are short range and all the way back there.
Yeah.
So I've done more shooting than you did in your own turn.
Yeah.
It's nice when that happens. So I'm guessing charges. You haven't got the CP because you spent them on an advanced roll.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start?
I'm actually going to start on the aberrants in the middle.
Okay.
Because my thinking is, let's see how far I get them first before I commit to doing anything
I guess
else.
because if they get in, and they can probably deal with these, and then these can potentially go for the rhino or something. Maybe
that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So do the aberrants first.
All right. They probably need like a 5 or 6 or something, but you're getting +1, right? So
6,
7.
7.
So they're definitely in.
So yeah.
Right, so the aberrants have gone in like that. Obviously, once you've piled in, you would have hit me with a few more of them. Those Genestealers over there, it's an unfailable charge, but I guess extra movement, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see what they get. So you'd get a 7 because you're +1.
Yeah.
And then did you want to charge these guys into the rhino? Because it's a 8, therefore 7-inch charge if you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, might as well. Otherwise, they're just sat there, aren't they?
Yes. No.
No.
So I guess they're just sat there then, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just sat there.
Okay, well, I'll let you chuck those in, and then you can decide what you want to hit me with first, I guess. Alright, starting with the aberrants, you've piled in, all but 2 can hit me, so you've got many attacks on the charge because of +1 hit. +1 attack, rather.
Yeah.
So hitting on 3s with many dice into the eradicator.
Right,
And that's many hits. But there's no sustained or lethals or anything.
Let's get the misses out of the way.
And then you're winning on 3s because you're strength 7, you said?
Strength 7, yeah. So 3 is a good.
3s again, yeah.
Let's get the.
Many, right.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15 minus 2. 15 5-ups coming up. 15 5-up saves, 2 damage each. 1 dead eradicator, 2 dead eradicator, 3 dead eradicator, 4 dead eradicator. There you go. Oh, look, you've killed them because there's only 3.
Cool.
And your abominant didn't even get a chance to swing his big hammer thing.
No.
That's a shame. Okay, all right. Well, they're there. So that's them done. And then you need to decide how you want to pile in with them, because you could go into intercessors or hellblasters. Right, Genestealers have piled in through the windows. They're going to go for the hellblasters, but you have got within engagement range of the jumpy dudes now as well. But you want to kill the plasma dudes.
Yeah.
So many attacks, hitting on 2s, because they're all getting +1 attack on the charge.
Yeah.
And you've hit most of the times.
So let's take out these ones.
Apart from those ones, yeah. But that's a lot of hits, okay.
Yeah.
But you're winning on 4s. It's not like Tyranid Genestealers, you don't get +1 strength from synapse range or anything. Because you don't have synapse.
Right. Right, so 4s.
4s.
There's quite a few misses.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of misses, actually.
So what's that? 5, 10, 12. 12 5-ups, okay. One damage each, yeah? So 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead, 4 dead. You killed 4 hellblasters. Okay. Do they shoot on death with their bolt pistols? Well, they all do. Okay, that's lovely. I guess I'll shoot some bolt pistols at you then. That one's lethal. And they wound as well. So 3 5-ups for you. I've
failed them all.
killed 1.5. Nice, because they've got 2 wins, haven't they?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, only 4 Hellblasters and the Lieutenant remain, but at least you haven't got Assassinate. You were in engagement range of the jumpy dudes, though, so they've piled in and they're going to hit you through the floorboards, because that's a thing apparently in 40k. So, chainswords on freeze. That's not bad, actually. And then strength 4, toughness 4, so 4s. And you don't care about AP because you're Genestealers, so that's just 3 invulnerable saves.
3 power-ups.
So I killed the wounded guy and wounded another one.
Yep.
And then I've got a Power Fist, which can definitely go through floorboards, but apparently not. Yeah. He's missed.
So you killed one and wounded another.
Yeah, so you've got a few left, but they did kill a bunch of Hellblasters.
Yeah.
Between my Overwatch and them, you killed 6 of my unit.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's not too bad, no.
Yeah.
But you didn't get Assassinate, but you've definitely got Area Denial.
Yep.
So that's 5 points.
Yeah.
And then you can decide whether you want to ditch or keep Assassinate or not.
Probably ditch Assassinate.
And get a CP.
CP, yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, alright, and then we'll be back for Deathwatch turn 2. Okay, it's Deathwatch turn 2, and it's 10 points to 5? I think it's 5, yeah. I didn't score any primary points because you only get them for No Man's Land objectives, and that one was at most contested for me. And you had the other 2, so fine, still 10 points to 5. Area Denial and no prisoners. Apparently I want to take back the centre for some reason, probably because there's some Xenos on it, so let's try and do that. And no prisoners. Kill units. It's kind of what I'm here to do. Yeah. So I've over-momented them, and then I popped my once per game enhancement to also point at them and reroll hits and wounds against both those units. Let's try and kill both of them. And then I've got army-wide sustained hits as well. So Operation Kill 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 is a go. The Assault Intercessors with jump backs have stayed in combat. They've got pistols. They can maybe kill 1 or 2 Genestealers in shooting. The Hellblasters have moved to there so they can shoot some dudes and then charge in and hit the Genestealers before they hit my jumpy dudes, basically. They did pass their battle shot test. The Land Raider and Dreadnought have moved forwards like so they can shoot aberrants. Incursors have shuffled forwards a little bit. Terminators have moved forwards. The Infiltrators have stayed where they are. They're fine where they are, that's fine. Blisters Dreadnought walked past them or over them or whatever you want to say to get a slightly better position. The Rhino has stayed still because I've got frag cannons in it which are heavy. I want them hitting on 3s, not 4s. So that's a thing. But the other unit with the Infernus Heavy Bolters got out because I'm thinking they might have a go at this lot. Maybe, depending on how things go in the centre. And then my Lieutenant with Combi Weapon came on here, 9 inches away from the Genestealers, so he's now on the battlefield, which means my army can reroll wound rolls of 1 against things on this objective, like these Genestealers. Because obviously I picked the objective that was going to be there the whole game, because obviously it would be a bit silly. Like, I could have picked this objective, but it's only here for a few turns. So that's the movement and things. I guess it's time now to start shooting stuff. So I'll start with the simplest thing of shooting some pistols in the Genestealers' faces. Because that's the thing. Although, actually, come to think of it, you do actually need line of sight to shoot, and they can't see any of your Genestealers because there is a floor in a way.
True.
So they can't actually shoot you. So I won't start with them. I'll start with other things, shooting other things. Let's start with... Blast is a thing. You've got 10 in that unit. Let's start with the frag cannons and everything from the Rhino into those Genestealers. Yes, let's do that. Yeah, starting with the Rhino, fire and deck, frag cannons, in they go. They're rapid fire D3, and I'm within 9 inches. They've got an 18-inch range, so I'm getting 2 D3 shots per frag cannon, plus 2 each for blast. So I'm getting 4 D3, plus 4 shots for some. And because the Rhino stays still and it's heavy, these are going to hit on 3s. And I've got my re-rolly thing on that unit, as well as the aberrants, so let's re-roll those. And 6s, if I had any, would have been sustained, but never mind. Strength 7, so 3s to wound your Genestealers. And re-rolling because of my tome. And these are all -1, but you don't care because you're Genestealers, but they are 2 damage. So 7. 7 5-ups or death.
That's not too bad.
Only 2 died.
2 died.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Yeah. And rewind it back. Storm Bolter into same Genestealers from the Rhino.
Oh.
On freeze. And I'll get sustained. And then 4s and re-rolling. So 4 more 5-ups on the Genestealers. And 2 dead Genestealers. Okay, so apparently the Storm Bolter is just as good as 2 frag cannons. That's what we've discovered there.
Yep.
So there's 6 remaining, which is good because Blast is still a thing. Lovely. I've got a Ballistus with some frag missiles. Right, yeah, Blast is still a thing, so Ballistus Dreadnought, here we go. 2d6 frag shots, plus an extra 1 for Blast, so I guess that's 13 shots. That's not bad, is it? But can he hit on freeze with rerolls, which is just as well, because look at all of those. That's better, there we go. And then 6s are sustained, so...
Another 4 in.
So I've hit you 14 times with 2d6 shots. It's not bad, is it? These Ballistus Dreadnoughts are OP, you know. Strength 5, so freeze to wound as well. Reroll. With rerolls. 14.
Okay.
There are only 1 damage though. But that was pretty efficient shooting.
Yeah. So take the saves out.
Each 2 is a dead Genestealer, right?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 1 left on a wound.
Oh, that's alright. I'll shoot some lascannons at him. And the Storm Bolters. Let's try and use the Storm Bolters out of the nipples to finish them off. And the lascannons can just shoot down the empty street.
Yeah.
So Storm Bolters hit both times. They'll win on 4s. And I can re-roll because twin linked or whatever it is. 2 5-ups. Yeah, death by Storm Bolter. Didn't even need the lascannons.
And I get to roll if they come back as well.
Oh yeah, and it's still on a 4-up, isn't it?
We're on turn 2, aren't we?
Yeah, they do. Okay, so you got a blip is going to appear somewhere.
I'll out in a minute.
Okay, right. Well, that's the Ballistus done. Right, the Auspex scan is bleeping away because apparently there's a blip there, so they'll be back, I guess, in the name of the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
You'll be back. All I've done so far is just shoot them, and I've killed a unit. So this is going pretty well so far.
Yeah.
I've got some heavy flamers in this ruin here. I'm going to torch some Genestealers because that's fun.
Yeah.
So 2d6 also hits for 6. At least it's not 12. And it's strength 5, so freeze. So that is 3 invulnerable saves on Genestealers. Killed a Genestealer. Yay! Go them. Right, moving on to the unit I really want to kill, these aberrants. So let's start with the incursors, so I can target them and things. Or do I? Because I can see them with other things. Alright, so I'm about to shoot the incursors at the aberrants so I can spot them essentially, and you're spending your CP on the -1 to hit.
Yeah.
If I fail the leadership test thing, that one again.
Yeah.
So leadership test with the incursors at -1. So they fail, so they're going to be -1 to hit.
Okay.
So they're hitting on 4s. But I've got 4 rerolls because of my tome.
Yeah, it's just helping a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. And that's sustained. And then these will win on 5s. And re-rolling because of my tome. So that is 5. And you're definitely getting cover. So 5 4-ups.
Yeah.
1 damage.
2.
1 damage each.
They've got 3 wounds, so I can roll these all at the same time.
Yeah. So I put 1 down to a wound.
Yeah.
But they are marked now, so I'm back to hitting on what I would have been hitting on before. Essentially. Right, so let's shoot. How many have you got? You got quite a lot in that unit, haven't you?
I should have put it on the guy on cover, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Now, do I want the blast for the plasma or the blast from the... Right. Redemptor Dreadnought, effing into your dudes. I'll start... Oh, leadership test. See your thing. 7 down to 6, he passes. You got a guy on a wound, so let's start with his Storm Bolters. In your face, hitting on 3s, re-rolling, 6s are sustained. And then 5s, and re-rolling. And then 3 more 4-ups because of cover. 1 damage each, so 2 feeling pains. So I've killed the wounded guy.
Yep.
Perfect, okay. And then when he was around, there was 10 in the unit. So I'm getting 2 for the blast with the plasma. So let's do D6 plus 3 on a supercharged plasma.
CP?
I'm certainly thinking about it. Do I need it for something else? Terminators can reroll charges anyway, because of the captain. But then... No, it's fine. I'll take the +1 plus the extra 2 for blast. 4 shots is fine. Hitting on 3s. No, he passed his test. 2s. But they will hit anyway. And then would be winning on 3s but 4s. But re-rolling because of my tome. You won't get a save against these. These are 3 damage each.
Okay, so first one
He's on a wound.
Second one
Now he's dead.
kills him.
And then
Third one
dead.
kills
So
him.
I've
So that's
killed
another 2.
2 dead. Okay. Hazardous check. He's fine. Rocket pod, D3 shots for 2. Shot on 2s. And wound on 3s but 4s. And I can re-roll. No. 1 5-up because of cover and things. Fine. And then I've got his Gatling gun on 2s. Re-rolling. I'm actually going to re-roll. I think it's not a 6, so everything. Let's try and get some sustains. There we go, hit you every time now. And it's going to wound on 5s, but 6s go straight through. I'm re-rolling because of my tome. So 4 4-ups because you're in cover.
So I make 2.
And then 1 damage each.
And then 5-ups.
So one's taken up wound. Okay. God, these guys are tough. Okay, Hellblasters shooting through the Dreadnought's legs into the Aberrants and Abominant. The A-bomb. Leadership test because of your stratagem thing. That becomes a 5, so they failed. So they will be -1 to hit. So they're about to hit on 3s because of the incursors. Supercharged Hellblasters. And I can re-roll, so I will. They miss. That's lethal and sustained. Because of Lieutenant and Kill Team tactic things. And then would be winning on 3s but 4s. But I can re-roll. That's a bit better. So I've got 5 in total, which you won't get saves against at AP3. 2 damage each. So the first one, he's now dead.
Yep.
And then you can have 4 feel no pains on the next guy, who's still alive. So another 2 on him. Now he's dead, and then 2 on another guy. Takes up wound. So I've killed 2 and put 1 down to 2 wounds.
Yep. So you've killed 2.
And then my lieutenant will raise his heavy bolt pistol and go bang and hit you like that. And then wound you like that. That's AP1, so 5 up. There you go, and a 5 up. There you go, he's wounded 1 with his bolt pistol.
Yeah.
Good old Lieutenant. Lieutenant Dan. Right.
He's actually called Lieutenant Dan, is he?
I call him Lieutenant Dan. I call most lieutenants Dan just because of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
You've got to have a Lieutenant Dan. Terminators, I think, into Aberrants. I'll start with all the Storm Bolters because 1's on a wound. Hazardous checks for the Hellblasters. Almost forgot. One of them dies. Does he shoot on death? No. Oh, poo. One less guy to go charging in and punching Genestealers. Okay, right. Terminators, effing into the Aberrants. Leadership test, because they're within 9. They fail, so they're -1 a hit. So they're back to hitting on what they're normally hitting on because of the incursors. So I'll start with all the storm bolters.
So without the incursions, that'd be quite a good stratagem, wouldn't it?
Yes, I mean it's good anyway, but it's because of the incursors and all my rerolls, it's not as good as it normally is.
No.
Captain's going to be hitting on 2s because he always hits on 2s. +1, -1, so that's him. And then all these storm bolters hit on 3s now instead of 2s. I'll reroll them. And then I've got some sustains. 1, 2, 3. So I've hit you more times than I had shots, even with the -1 a hit. It's lovely. And then winning on 5s. Weird rerolls. Because I was just saying to Gavin a minute ago, there's less rerolls in 10th edition, apparently. Although, when playing Deathwatch, there certainly is a lot of rerolls. 5s.
Oof, that's a few.
That is a few. All 4-ups though, because of cover.
What's that, 10?
Yes, 10 4-ups. Followed by 5-ups.
Come on.
It's not a bad start.
Okay, so let's take out those. And then 1 damage each.
Yeah, so 5-ups. Just roll them all at once.
Yep.
So 1 damage. So he dies and another one dies.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. It's perfectly softened up for 6 cracked missiles to go flying.
Yep.
Right, cracked missiles on 3s. Rerolling. 2 sustains. Lovely. Would wound on 3s, but now wounding on 4s. And then rerolling. -2, so you'll get 6 up saves. 6 of them. 6 ups.
Nope.
You didn't make any. Oh, they're all d6 damage. This might take a while. The first one does 1 damage, which goes through.
Yeah.
So it's 1 on 2 wounds.
Yeah.
And then 2 damage. So I've killed
That
1.
kills him. Yeah.
Right. Next one, 2 damage. Oh my god, these aren't very good missiles, are they? He's absolutely fine. Next one, named 5. There we go. Now he's dead.
That kills him. That's 2
2.
dead. Yeah.
5 damage.
2
He's got a wound left.
2 dead.
1 more damage on him.
2 dead.
And he's, okay, so I've killed 2 and put 1 on a wound. That was very low damage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
But okay, that's almost perfect. So it means I can charge and murder things and do all the fun things. But he gets back up again on a 2+.
Yep.
Which is a problem.
It is, yeah.
But I thought I've got a Land Raider, it's fine. I haven't shot him yet. So let's put everything from Land Raider into them as well, just for fun. Right, Land Raider, you got a guy on a wound. I'm within 9 inches, so I need to take a leadership test. Here we go again. He's failed, he's -1 a hit. Right, okay. Storm Bolter. Hitting on 3s now. Rerolling. 2 sustained. Thing is, because you're making me -1 a hit, I'm re-rolling more, so I'm getting more sustained hits. 5s to wound, re-rolling for my tome. So just 2, and they're not in cover anymore, those 2 that are left, so 2 5-ups.
Nope.
And 2 feel no pains on him. So he's got up wound left. Alright, fine. I'll shoot
He
him.
was already on a wound, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, okay, so he's dead.
Yeah.
Right. Let's just do the big guns first now then. So las cannons on 3s. And I can re-roll that. And that's sustained. I've hit you 5 times with 4 las cannons. Would wound on 2s, but 3s. And re-rolling.
Yeah, that's only the aberrants that do that.
Yeah, but it was all of the same activation, so it would still flow over. That is 4 though. I'm assuming he doesn't have an invulnerable save.
No, he's got the same 5-up save, 5-up feel no pain.
4d6 plus 4 damage.
Ugh.
Lots.
Ouch.
That's 25 feel no pains.
3. Shall I do 5 at a time, shall I?
Yeah, okay.
So he's got 5-up feel no pain. So
he's taken 3 so far.
4.
Oh, 4 then. Okay. How many wounds has he got?
6. Has he got 6? He's got 5 wounds, so...
Yes. Yeah, he's dead.
She's dead.
Right, but on a 2-up, he gets back up at the end of the phase. So
Yeah.
let's just do that now. He will get up. So we can just leave him where he is. That's fine. But that's perfect because it means I can charge him, get in the middle, kill him, get Ares and arm.
Yeah.
It's almost like I planned it.
And I need to roll on my aberrants if they come back as well.
Oh, yes. Let's do that.
So we're still in turn 2, aren't we?
Yeah, so 4-up. They will. Okay, so you're getting quite a few big units coming back then.
Yeah.
Which is just as well, really, because they're getting deleted. Well, I would say quick, but the aberrants definitely don't get deleted quick, do they?
No.
Okay, I think that's all my shooting done then. Yes, that is all the shooting done. So into the charge phase, the Hellblasters will go into the Genestealers. They're not far away, so let's just do that. So they'll definitely go in. So at least I can hit them and try and save my Assault Intercessor dudes. The Terminators will try charging into your Abominant. A 9 will definitely do it. And then these guys will try charging through into the Genestealers. And you've only got 1 CP, which is nice. 3, I'll CP reroll that, because a 3 is not enough. A 6 might be. Let's find out. Right, we're going to start over here. The Deathwatch veterans have piled into the Genestealers like so, and I'm going to start smacking them with things because they're Space Marines.
We need to do a Cosmic Horror, start the fight phase.
Right.
You must take a battle shock test within 6 of that unit. 6 of him.
I failed it. What happens?
Nothing, just battle shocks.
Oh. Okay. All right. Fine.
Well, it might come in handy for
yeah. I mean, my guys are OC2, so
yeah,
it might help you keep the objective actually.
There you go.
Right, let's start with the guys whacking you with their heavy bolters. They're probably not going to do much, but let's do that. So they can hit on 3s, but reroll everything because you're Xenos. And 6s are sustained, so that's a beautiful thing. Look at that. I'm going to wound you on 4s. Can't reroll those wounds, unfortunately.
No.
But that is 5 invulnerable saves.
So 5 ups.
Go to Genestealer and a half.
Make 2. Yep, so kill 1.5.
Okay. Not bad for guys just hitting you with guns.
No, I didn't want to take that one.
Not that one, that one. You want that one?
Yeah, I wanted that one.
Yeah, but no but. Guys with swords. Freeze, re-rolling, because Xenos got a sustain, so I've hit every time. User strength 5, so freeze. So that is 5 invulnerable saves. So I've killed the wounded one and another one.
Yeah.
And then I've got the Sergeant with Xenophase Blade, which will hit on freeze, re-rolling. And I've got 2 sustained, so there we go. This will win on freeze, but 6s are devastating with this. Didn't get any, only got 2 wounds. 2 invulnerable saves, 1 damage each, so I've just wounded another one. Okay, yeah, killed a few of them, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's right, if you murder them, that'd be fine, because I've got another unit in there. Right, okay. Terminator on Abominant action. Alright, there's only one way to kill an Abominant with a hammer. It's with a hammer. Yeah. Or in this case, 2 Thunder Hammers. So let's start with the Thunder Hammers. They're going to hit on 4s. But I still get 4 rerolls against him because he was part of the unit that I did my thingy-majiggy with. So that's still a thing. I've got a sustained. And then it would wound you on 3s, but 4s. But rerolls, and 6s are devastating. So that's 4 wounds you can't do anything about. And then that's 2 at AP2. He's only got 5 up save.
Yeah, so that's straight.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that's just 8 feel no pains then.
5, 6, 7, 8. So 8, 5 ups, and he's got 5 wounds.
He's dead.
Okay, so I'm going to spend my CP
Right.
on. It is called Saintly Paroxysm.
What's that do?
So in the fight phase, just after an enemy unit destroys a Genestealer cult character model, effect roll 1d6 on a 2+, that enemy unit suffers d3 mortal wounds.
Ooh.
However, If it is an abominant or a patriarch, it's 2d3 mortal wounds.
No, so you're going to swing it, move your hammer as a knock you over with a hammer.
So I'm looking for 2 6s here.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So that's 4 mortal wounds?
4 mortal wounds.
So you could kill a Terminator and wound another one, or I could just pick up a guy with a hammer. Because they've got 4 wounds each, so I'll just pick up a guy with a hammer.
Okay.
But there we go, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I killed you with a hammer, you killed me with a hammer
Yeah.
and a CP. I think that's fair. Right, moving over here, I've got Lieutenant Dan with his Hellblasters, trying to rescue the Assault Intercessors. So there's a Genestealer on a wound, so let's try and finish him off by punching him with the Hellblasters first. And they're going to hit on freeze. 6s will be lethal and sustained, because Lieutenant and things. So lethal because Lieutenant, sustained because of kill team tactics. And then winning on 4s, but rerolling 1s, because my Lieutenant who's arrived, but didn't do much. So that is 5 invulnerable saves on Genestealers. Killed the wounded guy, killed another guy, and wounded another guy. So keep the dice there and pick up 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, just a few Genestealers left now. Lieutenant Dan will raise his sword and hopefully kill them. He hits every time.
I hope he's not rising his sword.
Well, I mean it's in the air. No lethals or sustains. He's going to hit on freeze, and he can reroll 1s because of the other Lieutenant, which kind of did something. 4 invulnerable saves or death. It's 2 damage. Death to all the Genestealers.
So that's the unit wiped.
Will they come back?
Will they come back? Still turn 2?
Yeah. No.
They will not.
Okay, well, you've had a couple of big units come back, so it's not bad.
That's it,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, all the Genestealers are dead. Lieutenant Dan and his Hellblasters consolidate with that objective there. So I've got that one now. It's better. But this is about to get bad over here. You've got some Genestealers and a Patriarch fighting back into the veterans.
Yep.
Start with the Patriarch hitting on 2s with some attacks. And he's hit 4 times. But he's going to wound on freeze.
Twin links is wound, isn't it?
Yeah, so winning on freeze but re-rolling. And 6s are devastating. No devastating, and just 2 go through.
Ugh, that is a poor show.
2 damage each, isn't it?
Yeah.
AP2?
AP2, yeah.
Alright. Storm Shield guy. He's dead. Other Storm Shield guy survives. Okay. I like Storm Shields. And then you've got your Genestealers. And there's 6 of them? 6 times 4, what's that?
5, 6.
Many attacks. And he's hit on 2s.
2s.
I see a lot of 1s.
I see a lot of 1s as well.
He's winning on 4s.
Oops. So 1,
okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Just 6.
That's pretty poor.
Yeah. Storm Shield guy, 4 ups. Okay, he's dead. And then I've got 5 ups on the other guys. And you kill another guy. So I've got a couple left. Right, okay, yeah, so just a couple of Deathwatch veterans left, and they're certainly battle shocked. They've been countercharged by Genestealers. But at the end of Deathwatch turn, I have scored errors in arm. I'm near the middle, you're not. And I've got no prisoners because I've killed Genestealers, Aberrants, Abominant twice, although it only counts once. So I've definitely maxed my secondaries this turn for another 10 points. But I still have no primary, and you will have going into your turn 2, because you've got this one. Yeah. So we'll see what the Genestealer cults can do in turn 2.
Yeah.
Okay, Genestealer cults turn 2. Got 5 on the primary, so 20 points to 10 now. And your secondaries, although achievable, aren't going to get you many points.
No.
Secure no man's land and engage. You're at most able to get 3/4, which is fine, but it is only 2 points. And secure no man's land, again, you're only realistically going to be able to get 1 in no man's land, not 2.
No.
So you're scoring, but not much.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to talk through what you've done in your command movement phase and things?
Yes. So command phase, I moved the blip.
Yes.
So I moved that 6 inches. So hopefully it shouldn't get disrupted because it's within 9 of current unit. So if you did deep strike in,
Yeah, because I imagine they're going to die, right?
I'm hoping they're going to be dead. The Genestealers and the Patriarch, they fell out of combat so that these guys could move on to the objective and hopefully blow them up / shoot them with flamers.
Yeah, if they survive and that gets disrupted now, that would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious, yeah. And my other 2 units in the backfield have just stayed where they are because, they're just screening out for a minute. And like I just said to you, as soon as I move off my home objective, you're going to get...
like behind enemy lines or something.
So...
because I have the ability to pick something up and drop it back down again.
So they're staying there for a minute. I've got a couple of big units of blips to come back in. It's turn 2.
Yeah, you've got Aberrants and Genestealers which could pop up here and there and then rush back into the middle. So not much going on this turn, but next turn.
Small 5-man blob literally just squeezed in to get
engaged. Yeah.
And then maybe I up a charge on the Rhino with the rock saws.
Yeah. Might as well try and charge something with them, I guess, because otherwise they're just going to get shot and die.
But we're going to have we're actually going to have a shooting phase.
I know. You're actually going to potentially kill something in your turn with guns now, rather than me killing things in your turn with guns. So you've got lots of flamers.
Yeah, so we'll probably do the flamers first to see if we can finish them off with flamers and save my demo charges because they're only once per battle.
Yeah, it's probably not worth throwing a demo charge at 2 guys, is it?
3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 flamers.
Okay, with the demo charges, obviously you've got more than 1 in the units. Can you use more than 1 at a time?
Yeah.
So if you've got like 4 in a unit, you can throw all 4 in one turn.
But that's it. Once they're gone, they're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll go hand flamers first.
Okay. So that many hits.
So that many hits. I'll work out some dice.
18. Right, many flamer shots, but winning on 5s. But don't these guys reroll wounds or something against things that are on objectives?
Reroll wound rolls 1 or all wounds on objectives.
I'm definitely on the objective, so if it's not a 5 or 6, you can roll again. Okay. Sorry, I remembered your rules for you and everything.
Thank you. I very rarely use these on shooting.
Well, they never get in range.
No. Right, so those are all hit.
You got a few more wounds. Oh, that's a fair amount. So what's that?
3, 6, 9, 10.
10, okay. But they're all 3-ups.
No AP.
Well, I've only got 4 wounds, so you might do it. You've torched one of them, which means I'm perfectly softened up to be charged, right?
Yeah.
Are you regretting not throwing your demo charges now?
No.
If he survives combat, that would be bad.
Right, well... Where's my Primus? He's going to shoot his needle pistol.
Oh, he's got a gun still.
Yeah, he's got a needle pistol.
Alright.
So this is hits on 2s, ambient infantry 2+, ignores cover pistol.
Okay, so 2s and then 2s.
2s.
It's hit. It's wounded.
2s.
Any AP?
No AP.
Oh. I'm fine.
I'm going to save my demos and I'm going to chop you up in combat.
Alright.
Hopefully.
Have these guys got any guns?
They've got 1 auto pistol.
Did you want to shoot a rhino with it?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, so there's 12-inch range. It's on 4s.
Is it? It'll win on a 6.
No.
No, and they can't reroll rerolls or 1, can they? They get you CPs and things.
Yeah, they give me CP.
So I'm guessing charge phase now, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, so they're going to charge.
They've made it.
So they're a 6.
Going for the rhino?
Yeah, we're going for the rhino.
Might as well do. Nothing to lose.
No.
No.
Do I CP it? Yes, that's CP reroll that.
Okay. No. But they are getting you engaged.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, well, I'll let you move those in and then you can try and chop up my sergeant. Alright, you've charged in like that, you've piled in because it's the only fight that's going on. You're starting with Optimus Prime, that's what I call him anyway. He's got a bone sword or something?
He's got a bone sword and an injector claw. So
Okay.
I'll start with the bone sword, 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, re-rolling.
Because of his own thing.
Yeah.
Very nice.
This is strength 5.
So freeze, but you can reroll because of the unit he's with thing.
Freeze.
So that's 4 wounds. AP.
AP 2.
Okay, 5 ups. Damage on this? 1
damage each.
Okay. You killed him. There we go. See, never in doubt. I was never going to get rid of that blip, was I? You weren't scared at all? Or worried is probably the right word to use. But you've done it. Okay, cool. You can consolidate them onto the objective, the ones that aren't, if you want to.
Yeah.
But that is the end of the turn, and you scored 2 points for engage and 2 points for secure no man's land.
Cool.
Which puts it up to 20 points to 14 for the Deathwatch as we go into turn 3. Right, Deathwatch turn 3. I managed to score some primary. I had the central objective in the one over there, so that's 10 points. Put me up to 30 now, to the Genestealer cult's 14. And then secondaries and things, I drew engage and containment. At the end of Genestealer cult's turn, I did spend my CP to pick up my Hellblasters, which were over there to deep strike down again. Put them in the teleportarium, whatever it's called, because it's the smallest unit I've got on the board apart from the lieutenant, but he's sort of kind of fine where he is. And because of engaging containment coming up, that's quite useful. So over here, the lieutenant's moved forwards a little bit. My jumpy dudes have shuffled very slightly, so they're all within 9 of this edge. They're containing themselves over there. They're so excited, but they're containing themselves. It's fine. They're also on their objective. The Land Raider needed to go to this quarter to get engage. The normal move wasn't quite enough to get him far enough away from the centre, so he advanced and got a nice 6-inch on the end of the advance. So he's definitely engaging now, and now I'm throwing a Land Raider at you. And you had a blip that was here, so you've used your once per game ability with your banner guy to chuck it over here.
So save that one.
So you've managed to save your blip from the Land Raider. And then I've Oath of Momented your remaining Genestealer unit. Terminators have warped into the ruin because I've got lots of cyclone missiles and things that can shoot them. The rhinos zoomed up that road as well. I'm driving tanks down the roads. It's very thematic and everything. But before the rhino drove off that way, I disembarked its cargo and they've gone over there to deal with that little threat there. The dreadnoughts have again moved down the roads to shoot things. The incursors have shuffled over so they can target probably that unit over there for me. That just help them out. And then the Hellblasters have teleported back down in this quarter over here. And they're going to have to contain themselves as well, because they're also very excited.
Yeah.
So I'm getting engage for all 4 quarters and containment for 2 edges. So I'm maxing my secondaries again. So far, so good. You can almost write that as a song. Brian Adams. But anyway, let's start doing some shooting and things.
I need to bring my units in.
Oh yes, your blips. Right.
Yeah.
Well, you do that, and then we'll be back after some all spec scans have beeped because of blips and things. Yes, more Xenos have appeared. Some Genestealers have appeared behind the Genestealers because 6 Genestealers wasn't enough. You wanted another 10. Fair enough. Don't blame you. And then the Aberrants you've brought in over here behind this ruin because, well, there's Land Raider there and the blip was there. So they can go and smack a tank in a minute, I guess. But yeah, okay. Moving into my shooting phase now then, I guess. So let's start with the Incursors. Shooting some bolters at these little chaps over here. Yeah, so 10 shots from their bolt carbine things, whatever they're called. They're going to hit on 3s. And they're going to win on 4s. Are you toughness 3 or toughness 4 with them?
4, yeah.
Toughness 4. Yeah, so 4, no AP.
5 ups.
1 damage each.
So it's 3 dead.
And they've been marked for death. They've been spotted by the Incursors. Which is going to mean my frag cannons can hit on 3s now. Lovely. Cool. If I'm lucky enough to kill these guys with shooting, I could potentially charge over there as well. So, okay. Combi weapon and frag cannons into these. So, combi weapon to start off with, which will hit on 3s now because of the Incursors. So, a hit and then 4 ups devastating. Nope. And then 2 frag cannons, which will be 2d3 shots each, but no blast. So 2, 4, 6, 8 shots. And these will hit on 3s because of the +1 from the Incursors. Look at that. So 7, so 3s. Oh, I can reroll that. Deathwatch Veterans. There we go. And then 3s. And these are all -1/2 damage. So 5.
5 6s.
They're dead. Boom. They've been fragged.
Do they come back on a 5-up?
Oh, yes.
No, they don't.
No. Oh, well, at least they got you engaged for 2 points.
They got 2 points, yeah.
Okay, cool. They could potentially charge something in a minute. Now that they've dealt with them. Okay, cool. Moving on. Nothing over there can shoot. It's literally just my Dreadnoughts and the Terminators now. And the Rhino, of course. So, Terminators, their plan was, with O for moment, shoot a man of those Genestealers over there, the blue ones. So let's do that. So there's, what, 6, 7 of them or something?
6, yeah.
So let's shoot frag missiles, because blast is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, frag cyclones coming in hot. 6d6 shots, +3 for blast. So, some. Many shots hitting on freeze. And re-rolling for the O for moment. So, it's not too bad. And then, toughness of the unit is 4. So, moving on 4s. But no rerolls anymore for wound rolls, unfortunately. 3, 6, 9. 9 to 5 ups, because Genestealers. So that's the 6 Genestealers all gone. Probably should have done 6 at a time, really, because the Patriarch's got a slightly better save, hasn't he? But never mind, it all worked out anyway. And then I've got some Stormbolter shots. So the Captain will hit on 2s. And the other guys will hit on 3s. And re-rolling for a moment. And at time of activation, the unit's toughness was 4. So 4s... Oh, 1. No AP. It's got 4 up, hasn't he? Yeah. It's up wound.
And I get to roll for my unit as well.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
So 5 up.
No. Okay. Right. Rhino. Stormbolter into these chaps right in front of it. Hits every time. And it'll wound on... Are they toughness 4 as well?
Yes, yeah.
Just the one wound them on the...
EP.
Them guys, they're fine. Right. Okay. Dreadnoughts. Okay. Redemptor Dreadnought. He's going to shoot effing at the newly arrived unit Genestealers. Because blast is a thing, and I've got a nice plasma cannon. I'm not going to supercharge it, because against Genestealers, AP is completely irrelevant. And it's already 2 damage when it's not supercharged.
Nice,
so,
yeah, perfect.
So D6 +3 because of blast. I've rolled the big 6 again. Might be a problem. Hitting on freeze. No rerolls or any shenanigans going on here though. Okay. Unfortunately. Still strength 8 when it's not supercharged, so 2s. So 4 invulnerable saves or death.
4 5-ups. Look at that, eh?
Just so one of them died. One. They must have seen it coming and dodge left or dodge right or something. Pesky Genestealers. Right, fine. Ooh, rocket pod. That's 2 damage. Let's shoot that now. 2 shots. 1 hit. 1 wound. 1 invulnerable save or death. Kill the Genestealer. Drop dice don't count. Gatling gun on freeze. Hits every time. Yeah, a wound on freeze. But 6s are devastating. Still haven't got any devastating with those today. 5 normal saves, no AP. So kill another 1.5. Okay. And a light storm boltering to finish things off. And it hits both the times. Wound on 4s. It's twin linked in his nipples. 2 normal saves, no AP. I've killed him and wounded another. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, the shooting will continue. Ballistus Dreadnought, effing into these guys. Because they're not under half strength, it will reroll hits against them. It's lovely. I'm going to shoot the frag missiles again from the Ballistus, because I don't really need anti-tank weaponry against your list. Luckily, I've got loads of missiles. So 2d6 plus 2 because of blast. So 8 in total. At least I'm not getting like 13 shots this time. Hitting on freeze. Re-rolling though, just as well, because that was terrible. That's better. And then strength 5 is frag missiles, so freeze to wound. That's not bad, is it? But there is no AP on this, so that's 7, and some of them are behind the wall, so you can have the benefit of cover.
So that's going to be 4 of them.
Yeah. Looks as though the wall didn't help you so much.
So...
That's 6 of them dead. You don't ever feel no pain or anything, do they?
No.
No. So that's 6 of them dead. Right. Alright, there's still some left. The Storm Bolter from the Blisters will hit on freeze. And we'll wound on 4s. So 2 more cover saves. So 2 more dead. This cover thing isn't working for them, is it?
No.
No. Las Cannons, which is a bit overkill. I can reroll those because you were over half strength when I started, but I've missed anyway. Then again, I'm trying to kill little infantry with Las Cannons.
Yeah.
I think that's all my shooting done. I don't think my infiltrators can see anybody because there's walls in the way. They're containing themselves. They contain themselves. Land Raider advanced. Yes, shooting phase is done, but it was fairly good, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Let's do some charges. Right, it's an 8-inch charge for the veterans to go into what's left of this unit, so let's try that. Oh, okay, so they're going in. Let's do that. Do I throw the rhino at you as well?
Might as well.
Might as well do.
Get you on the objective as well.
7, that should be enough as well. Yeah, cool, let's do that.
Yeah, no.
Right, we're just thinking about whether you should heroically intervene or not, because it's only a CP now.
Yeah.
But you're deciding against
No.
it. Because if you went in, I could potentially kill him and then it'd be a waste of a CP.
Yeah, and a patriarch.
And a patriarch. But at the start of the fight phase, he is battle shocking my things, right?
Yeah.
So the rhino passes, and the veterans pass as well. Okay, so I will actually be able to nick the objective off of you this turn, because last time I wasn't able to. Let's pile in with some veterans. Right, piled in like that. I'm starting with the guys with swords and boards. So hitting on freeze and your Xenos. So I'll reroll everything. Thank you very much. Didn't help. Strength 5, so freeze. Oh dear. 2 at AP2. 1 damage.
So it's going straight through.
So they're both dead, yeah?
Those 2 are dead, yeah.
So it's just Optimus Primus now.
Yeah, well, Resner he's called, but yeah.
I call him Optimus. You should get one and paint in blue and red.
And I will roll for that unit to come back in a minute, alright?
Yeah. So we've got the Xenophase blade now. Let's reroll those. Oh, there we go. And this will wound on freeze. 6s are devastating. So that goes straight through. And then you've got an invulnerable save with him, you said?
Yeah, you've got a 5 up, which he doesn't make.
So he takes 2 damage.
Yep, so he's down to 2 wounds.
And then I've got the other 2 guys punching him.
Oh, Resner.
Punching isn't normally that great, but they are Astartes, so it might be painful. 4s. 4, no AP.
4, 5 ups. And he's dead.
He's been punched in the face by a Space Marine.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And then flattened by a Rhino, just for good measure.
Yeah. And I'm going to roll on that unit back away.
Yes.
So 5 up. Nope.
No. Okay, right. Well, I can pile in and consolidate and things with the Rhino and things. Okay, Genestealer Cult turn 3. No primary points. Because I nicked this one off you, unfortunately. And to make matters even worse, your secondaries aren't great. You've got Sabotage, Sabotage and no prisoners. So kill units.
Well, I had...
You had recover assets as well, didn't you? But you spent a CP to get rid of that.
Did I have that one? I burned one.
Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you originally drew 2 that involved you doing actions and things, but take an entire turn to be done. So you got rid of recover assets, kept Sabotage because you got Aberrants over there. They're pretty tanky. They can do that.
Yeah.
Moved them forwards a bit in that terrain piece. You want to go that way anyway, because that's going to be the only objective left at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going in the right direction, getting you a few points on the way. No prisoners, kill things. It's not bad, but you haven't got much left to kill things with.
No.
But yeah, you got your Patriarch here. He's going to do what he can do. Your Genestealers have advanced back that way to murder that lot, because that's 2 units, because of the Lieutenant. So that could get you some points. getting a bit of help from these acolytes.
Yeah, that's right.
With their flamers, to give them a helping hand.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got free hands, so they should be able to lend a hand, right? And then those guys have come around the corner to meet a Land Raider because they've got demo charges, and why not?
Yeah, so chuck and flame them and then tie them up.
Yeah, keep me locked up, or you know, and at the same time you're kind of going in that direction as well, which is where you want to go. So yeah, doing what you can with what you got. So where would you like to start in the shooting phase? You have actually got quite a few things to shoot this turn.
We'll start with these 3 hand flamers going into the Hellblasters.
Yeah, cool. So 3d6 auto hits for 11.
4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11.
And winning on 5s. And they can reroll win rolls of 1 or something. Is that the same unit as everyone's?
Yes,
it's wounds of 1 or all wounds, isn't it? It's reroll
all wounds on objective.
Yeah, so you can roll those too. That helped a bit. 4 saves. They did nothing. They tried to lend a hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anything, they want to grow an extra one.
Yeah.
So
that's them done.
So
and then we'll go over there.
Demo charges and things.
Yeah, so we'll do all 4 of the demo charges into the Rhino.
Land Raider,
sorry.
But big tank, yep.
So demo charges, Assault Blast, Hazardous 1 shot, D6 each.
Okay, so 4d6.
Oh.
Ooh, not the best. That's 10.
Oh dear. 3, that is pretty rubbish actually.
4 of these hit on?
5s.
Oh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's 2.
Oh dear. Strength?
9.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh no, you got 4 hazardous rolls. It's only if you kill yourself, isn't it?
It would be.
There you go.
Kill one of them.
One of them dropped it on his foot.
Yeah. And the hand flamers, I can't even be bothered, to be honest. There's just no point.
Yeah, because you're winning on 6s and 2 up saves. We'll save all the viewers' time.
Yeah.
Not bother with that.
Exactly, their precious time.
But there's some charges and things.
Yeah, that's the shooting phase over.
Yeah.
So Patriarch's going to go in.
The veterans or the Rhino?
Veterans.
Veterans, yeah. Oh, he's in.
He's in.
Lovely.
And then Genestealers into those dudes.
Yeah, they're not going to fail.
They're in as well.
Do you want to throw the other guys at them as well or not?
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. 7?
7.
Should be enough to get some of them in.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move those things in and be
6,
back.
They were 7. 4.
Right, well, Gavin counts his dice. We did the feel no pain for the hazardous check. You failed because we remembered you got your feel no pain guy there. And then you obviously charged them into the Land Raider as you said you would, just to tie it up. You're starting with the Genestealers because I've got 2 CP to interrupt, so that's probably the best place to do it for no prisoners.
Yeah.
So many attacks because you've charged.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2s. Let's take out this hideous amount of 1s a minute.
See, that's why I like Tyranid Genestealers. You see, they reroll hit rolls of 1.
And then strength 4.
So 4s. That's a good number of wounds, though.
That's not too bad.
Many 5-ups coming up.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
15.
Yeah.
15 5-ups. 1 dead guy, 2 dead guys, 3. That's all the Hellblasters, and that's the lieutenant. You've killed the unit.
Cool.
So you got your no prisoners, but do some of them shoot on death? The Hellblasters and the lieutenant. Yeah. So 2 Hellblasters and a lieutenant. So 2 normal bolt pistols. I might as well put them into the Genestealers. 1 hit and a wound. So we'll save all your Genestealer.
That's fine.
And lieutenant's bolt pistol into your Genestealers. Doesn't wound. Okay, cool. You got some points. Right, so Lieutenant Danner's Hellblasters are dead. You got some points for no prisoners. We've got to do the battle shot test near this chap. So let's do those quickly, because if I fail it, I can't interrupt with my 2 CP. So Deathwatch veterans, they're fine. They're leadership 6. Rhino, it's fine. Right, I'm interrupting. Right, Deathwatch veterans, counter-offensive into Patriarch. Dudes with swords and boards on freeze, re-rolling because Oath Moment or Xenos, take your pick. Then your toughness is
5.
5. So force. 3 invulnerable saves. AP2, 1 damage.
4 ups.
So he takes 2 more wounds. So he's down to 3. Okay. And then I'll have the Sergeant with Xenophase Blade, which will hit on freeze and reroll. And then force to wound, but 6s go straight through. So 2 go straight through. Devastating wounds. So you've got 1 wound left.
Yeah.
And I've got 2 guys clubbing you with frag cannons. Or punching you in the face. On freeze. Re-rolling. And then 5s. 2 4-up saves or death. Death,
yeah.
just about. You have got a CP though.
Yeah.
I don't want to tempt you or anything, but you could keep him alive.
No, I'll probably just blow him up with my saintly paroxysm.
Oh, you want to do the thing where you do mortal wounds?
You just destroyed him. Yeah, so I'll do that 2d3 mortal wounds.
Is it 2d3 thing or just d3?
Because it's the Patriarch.
Oh yes, Patriarch or Abominance.
Abominant or Patriarch.
Okay,
Yes, I'll spend my CP.
And blow up some dudes. For 4 mortal wounds.
Yep.
So you killed 2 of them.
There we go, see? So on his way out, he took 2 with him.
Nice. Okay, we did the fight with the Land Raider and the Acolytes over here. I got a couple of wounds through, but you had feel no pain, so you were fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you did chip a couple off the Land Raider,
Yep.
so that's interesting, if anything. So you got Sabotage ongoing,
Yeah.
and you've managed to kill a couple of units for no prisoners.
Yep.
So 4 points to the Genestealer cult, which puts you up to 18 to my 40. But Sabotage is ongoing, and this objective now disappears as we go into Deathwatch. Turn 4. Right, Deathwatch turn 4. The central objective went bye-bye, which means the other objectives in there are then worth 8 points each, and that's lucky because I had 2 of them. I had that one over there and this one over here. So 16 on the primary, put me up to 56 to 18 for the Genestealer cult, so there's a bit of a gap now. And to make matters worse, my secondaries were quite good again. Recover assets. I've got a lieutenant over there who's a lone operative, and he's in no man's land, so he can do the action. And I've got some infiltrators back here in my deployment zone, which also have lone operative, so they can do it as well. So they're going to get me 3 points for recover assets. At least I'm not going to get 10 points this time for secondaries. And then I've got assassinate. You've got some characters in the back unit there. I've made them open moment. I'm going to light them up and shoot them. Veterans got back in the Rhino just to keep them safe because Genestealers. Dreadnoughts move around the corner. Terminators have gone that way to shoot the aberrants in there that are currently trying to sabotage that ruin. And I've gone army-wide lethal hits to try and kill as many aberrants as possible. So let's whiz through this shooting phase. It shouldn't take too long. I will start with the Ballista's Dreadnought, putting everything into that unit down the end there. There's, 5 in the unit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Character.
Cool. So his frag missiles, 2d6 plus 1. 8. 5. And he's going to hit on freeze and re-rolling. 6 is a lethal. Oh, look at that. And then toughness 4, so freeze. 5, but no AP. And they're definitely covering things down there. So 5 4-ups, I'm guessing. Yeah, so I killed a dude.
Bloody hell, that was better than I expected.
Yeah.
Better than I expected.
Right. Las cannons. That's lethal, as if it needed to be. And that one wounds as well. They're AP 3, that's 2 guys dead. And then I've got the Reductor going in, which I think might just be the plasma. Yep, just the plasma. So let's supercharge it for D6 plus 1 shots. I'm going to command point that. That's better. So I'm getting 2 shots in total. Hitting on freeze. And re-rolling for a moment. So they both hit. Strength 9, so 2s. And these are AP 4, so that's 2 more guys dead.
Yeah. It's just the character left now.
Yeah, but I've run out of shots for them. But hazardous check, I'm fine. Might not kill him, you know. Because I've only got a Storm Bolter left.
He's got 3 wounds, 5 up save.
I'm not going to kill him with a Storm Bolter. Because I don't think the Land Raider can see him. Because he's found a crate place to hide behind those crates lit. Can't get him. Okay, I might not get Assassinate. That's a problem. Never mind. Storm Bolter, I'll shoot him anyway. Wait for a moment. I've hit once. And I've not wounded. Okay. Yeah. He's perfectly hidden.
In plain sight.
Can my Land Raider see him? Because he is quite high up the Land Raider, isn't it? Let's have a look.
Oh yeah, you can see him.
He can he?
Well, I reckon. Yeah, you can see over the top of them barrels.
Cool. Right. Let's do some measuring. Okay, incursors shooting through the windows and then through the windows into aberrants to target them on 3s. And then 5s. 2 no AP, so 2 4-ups on the aberrants. Yeah. And then 1 damage.
Feeling pain.
So one of them takes a wound, but more importantly, they're targeted by the incursors, so that's fantastic. And now I'll shoot everything from the Terminators in. And I'll start with 6 crack missiles, which are now going to hit on 2s. And 6s are lethal. Eesh. Look at that. Would win on 3s, but 4s. AP 2, so 6s because of cover.
Yep.
5 6 up saves.
3 5.
Save one of them. Alright, so the first one. 2 damage. He's alive still on a wound.
Yep.
Another 6 for him.
So he's dead.
Now he's dead. The next one, 3 damage. He's got a wound left.
Got a wound. Sorry.
And then 2 more on him. And now he's dead. So I've killed 2. And then I've got some Storm Bolters. Lots of Storm Bolters coming in. All hit on 2s because of incursors. 6s are lethal. So that's not bad. And then 5s. So 8, 9 4-ups. Bolters of the Storm.
9.
And then 5 up 3 pains. So 7 5s. I might have killed a couple there.
Yeah, so he killed 2 and 1 down to 2 wounds.
Nice. Okay. None of them were wounded then? No?
No, we already killed them.
Okay. Cool. Right. So Land Raider then. The multi-melter. And the heavy bolters. No. Multi-melter and storm bolter into the aberrants. Everything else into this chap because I've got assassinate.
Yeah.
4 las cannons into your Google Nexus. But it's alright, I'm -1 a hit because of combat.
Yeah.
But I've got over moment. So 4s re-rolling. They've all hit. Strength 12.
Toughness 3.
Yeah, it's definitely 2s. Does it have an invulnerable save?
No.
Oh, that's
vaporized.
That's 11 damage.
It's vaporized.
I think yes. And then I've got the multi-melter and the storm bolter into your aberrants. So storm bolter first because there's a guy who's wounded, which will hit on 3s now because of the -1/+1. And then 5s, 1 4 up on the aberrants. 5 up for no pain. He's fine. Right, alright, I'll multi-melter him. 1 hits and doesn't wound. Okay. So that is my turn. Pretty much. I don't think I can charge you. I don't think I really want to charge you, to be honest with the Terminators. We'll do that combat off camera and then we'll be back to see what Genestealer Cult can do in turn 3. Right, just at the start of Genestealer Cult turn 4 here. Working out points and things because I'm 40 points ahead at the moment, 61 to 21. And you're not scoring any primary this turn.
No.
And your secondaries are behind enemy lines, which isn't going to happen. I mean, you could spend a CP and change it. and then bring it down, which you could get, but I'm probably going to get 15 primary if you go for the Land Raider, and I've already got recover assets.
My aberrants could advance onto the objective, but
and deny me the 15, but then they're just going to get absolutely murdered, and then you won't have anything to get that at the end of your turn 5.
right.
So too big of a deficit for you to catch up on realistically. Yep. All your assets are too far back and too spread out, really. That was pretty brutal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Deathwatch doing what Deathwatch do.
Yeah, I thought I'll put loads of terrain, you'll be absolutely fine. And then I think you failed a couple of charges here early on, which didn't really help. Leaving Genestealer standing in the open in the middle of a road with dreadnoughts looking at them. Aberrants are still very, very tough to kill, even with a 5-up for no pain instead of a 4-up. But yeah, I don't think the fact that you were pretty much all combat and had no guns sort of allowed me to dictate the game a bit.
It did, yeah.
Because you had to come at me and I can just keep my distance a bit and shoot you.
Yeah, well, just working our way through the different attachments. So
I think it's a good one. +1 a charge, +1 attack. But I think you need some aberrants and some Genestealers, and then need to put some guns in here and there as well. But I guess aberrants units are quite expensive in points.
Yeah, they are.
For 10 of them. And you had a few things come back. A couple of big units come back, but I'd spread out quite a lot, so they were coming back down here. But yeah, it's a win for the Deathwatch. We've purged some Xenos, or Xenos, whatever you want to call them. We've all had a great time. I don't know what's going to happen with Deathwatch, because people are saying they might be wrapped up with the Agents of Imperium Codex, and some of the things might get legended. Don't know. But worst case scenario, I can just use them as Space Marines. So, you know.
Which is a shame, because Deathwatch are cool.
They are cool. Yeah, I think so anyway. But yeah, anyway, so it's, victory for me. I lost to the Genestealer cult on this occasion, unfortunately, but they'll probably pop up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. And thanks for the game, Gavin.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
As always. Yeah. And we'll see you all in the next one.